What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Frame Reviews. Today we have Cult of Chucky. Cult of Chucky is a straight to DVD follow up to the Killer Doll series, anthology, whatever it is. Look, just to start back, obviously going back to, I don't know, the 80s, early 80s, to when Child's Play first came out, to now Cult of Chucky, there has been such a wide span. It's just hard to even say. You had seriousness all the way through the films until you get to Bride of Chucky. Then it took kind of like a comedic turn. Seed of Chucky is kind of comedic, and then they go back to their roots in Curse of Chucky, which was also a straight to DVD release. And then they come back to this one. Now, Cult of Chucky is a sequel to Curse of Chucky, which was the previous film. Are you still with me? Look, Cult of Chucky follows Nika, who was in the previous film. She now finds herself blamed for all the murders in her family and is now in a psych ward. Look, this film, I'm just going to say it right now. This film, on a Chucky level, does some justice to the series because it's one of the better ones I've seen in a while. Curse of Chucky, I thought, was a good spin into modern day. It's just what they do with the story and the characters is that they take so many liberties. Okay, like, for example, Nika, who is played by Fiona Dourif, who, if you don't know, is Brad Dourif's daughter, who is the voice of Chucky. Okay, so she's in a psych ward, blamed to kill all these people, and next thing you know, she's all of a sudden she's getting transferred to a less, I don't know, like a psych ward that gives you more freedoms. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. So Nika gets moved to a lesser security psych ward for no reason, and then all of a sudden, when you get there, Jennifer Tilly shows up out of nowhere, and all of a sudden now she's got something to do with Chucky coming back. But meanwhile, Chucky is in Andy Barclay's lodge, and he tortures them. Like, it just doesn't make sense. There's no sense to it. And I guess when we're going from, Child's Play, who he needs to get into the body of the first person he sees, or the first person he tells his secret to, all of a sudden now he's putting himself into all these other dolls, and they're all coming to life. It just, like I said, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. And although there's some funny parts, there's some parts that are amusing. There's some good kills. There's no thrills in this. This is not a scary movie. It doesn't make you, shiver or anything. I mean, maybe if you're already afraid of Chucky, maybe, because of the fact that they're like 4 now, but it really makes no sense. The story is completely, it takes too many liberties, and I just can't stand by a film like that. On the level of being a Chucky film, if you are a fan of the series, like I said, this film is one of the better ones, but that's not saying much. I mean, that's like saying that, Ong Bak 12 is the best one. Like, you just have so many that it's just, at what point does it end? And they set it up, for a sequel. So, getting back to the plot, she's Nika from the last movie is now in the psych ward. She gets moved to a medium level security prison, and the next thing you know, Chucky infiltrates that with the help of Tiffany, and then all of a sudden now, but Tiffany is Jennifer Tilly. She's not a doll anymore, which doesn't make sense. And then going through that, she's just trying to convince everybody that he's back and that she's not crazy. And then you have a doctor that's taking advantage of her and all of this shit. It's just, oh man. yeah, it's just, unless you have to watch this film because you enjoyed the last one or because you've seen all the Chucky films, don't bother. You know, just don't bother coming to this one. It's not good. It's not scary. You know, it's just, there's such questionable things throughout. It's just, yeah, it's just a breakdown of a film. You know, I think they should, you know, honestly, if they stopped making these films, I don't really think anyone would care. I mean, maybe they're finding something now though, because it's a straight to video entity. Maybe they're finding their money back in this. It's low budget. But, you know, you can watch this on Netflix. You can go to your local movie house and rent it. It is October. Check it out if you want. I highly recommend you don't, because it sucks. But, you know, Cult of Chucky, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell me what you think about the series in general. It just feels like none of these horror sagas are safe anymore with these iconic characters. You know, it's good to see Chucky back and Brad Dourif back, but, you know, I just don't find... I mean, he's losing the voice for it. Fiona Dourif does an alright job. I mean, I think she's got some talent. You know, that's probably one of the main reasons I went back to it, because I enjoyed her in the last one, which I thought was interesting that they put... you know, someone in a wheelchair in a horror movie like this. I thought that was well done. But yeah, in this one, there's just not much in the way of, like, you know, horror or anything. Yeah, that's Cult of Chucky, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think or don't think.